Hi everyone, sorry this video is a little late. It's gonna be a serious one, honestly. To counteract with the seriousness, I thought I'd do a color chart to help as a therapeutic art therapy session between us. As you can see, I'm gonna be coloring with my Prismacolor colored pencils, a 72 pack and a skin pack I just got recently, just because I've never actually done a color chart with them and I've been meaning to for the past 2 months. So I was like, let's just do this and make a serious video. So this video, I'm not asking for pity, please know that now. To start this off, if you've known me for about 3 to 4 years, you probably know that this year I am not like how I was. I have been changing a lot this year into a person I do not like. I used to be really energetic, really happy. I loved making friends. If you look at me now, I am very sheltered. I have issues. I suffer from generalized anxiety disorder and some form of a depressive disorder. I've tried to commit suicide when I was both 11 and 13. I have had really bad depression during those times as well. Haven't tried to. The only form of self-harm I've actually done is just slapping a rubber band against my wrist, but I just got too traumatized by that, so I don't handle stress and that kind of stuff very well. So this year has taken a huge toll on me with the discovery of my anxiety disorder last year, and it's not been good. Every single week throughout my entire junior year of high school, I would have an anxiety attack. I would be crying. I got so depressed that I just didn't even want to go to school. I would cancel events with friends just because it was too much to accept going out. And I am really done with that. Throughout the year, I've been having anxiety control me a lot because it's so new in my life that I really don't know how to control it. I feel like I am letting it define who I am because I can't explain it to anyone without saying, hey, if I start acting weird, it's because I have anxiety and I really don't know how to control it. Honestly, my two biggest supporters have been my mom and my boyfriend, and I have agreed to both of them that I'll finally be cooperating and trying to get a hold on my anxiety. I'm really sorry if I start getting emotional. This is a very sensitive topic that I just needed to talk about. I am really done with just living in the shadow of my mental illness and having it control who I am, because that's not right, and I only let it happen because I really don't know what to do. And I'm tired of having to live in that constant state of anxiousness, and I know it's going to be there my entire life, and I can only do so much now because I can't go on medication. I don't have many resources, but I am going to be opening up to new resources that are natural and something I can do to get this under control. I'm sorry. And I'm tired of having it be it makes me feel like a puppet because it just takes over my body and my mind, and it feels like I have no control. And I know that's a symptom of it, and knowing you have it, because I don't know when I'm going to break down and cry. I've done it many times in school and it sucked. I did it twice, and I can ask friends to justify. I've had 2 panic attacks at school. My only 2 panic attacks ever. I had them at school, and I can't do anything, and I'm tired of having that happen. So this is kind of just a way to say I am finally choosing to be happy. Happiness is a choice, and I've been learning that for 3 years now, and I thought I was doing it, but since I hit anxiety, I know I don't let it happen. I only let it happen if I see that it's available, and I just want to start choosing happiness. I've agreed with my family to start doing stuff to calm the anxiety. I've agreed with my boyfriend that I am going to have no bad days as much as possible, limit them, and start just focusing on me, self-care, and getting better at being happy, because I know it's affected him a lot, and I feel bad for having to bring him throughout this year with how I am, and staying up late with him to try and calm me down, or just turning to him because I felt like I had nobody else to turn to. And I feel really bad for it, and I want to apologize to him, and I try to apologize to him constantly, but I'm done having everyone feel bad for me and thinking I can't do anything when I can. So I'm ready for happiness. I'm ready to be accepting joy and living out my day with a smile on my face rather than a fake one, because the fake one has been there for almost 8 years now, and it's just too much. So happiness is a choice, and I am fully ready to accept it. I thought my rambling would go a little longer, but I don't think so. So, I guess we'll just talk a bit more about my anxiety. So, like I said earlier, I've been dealing with anxiety my whole life. It's, like I said, it was shoved off as being shy. Oh, wait, I didn't say this. My anxiety was shoved off as shyness and being introverted, because a lot of the signs that are shown in anxiety really do seem like you're just shy, and that's what a lot of people rub it off as. I've done research on what signs were, and it's really encompassed my entire life. I've always had a really hard time talking to people, really hard. Like, it would take me about 5 minutes to talk to someone in my past. Today, it takes me about 30 to 50 minutes, and I still might give up. I have always been described as a perfectionist. That is a sign of anxiety, because I feel like it has to be this way, in this order, or it's completely wrong, and that is really controlling, and it makes me feel like I have no power. So that's always been a sign of my life, and it was shoved off as, oh, it's just because she likes order, oh, it's just because she might have OCD, which I don't. It's actually part of my anxiety. I'm trying to remember other ones. By the time I got to age 10, I started having what was shoved off as tantrums. I'm sorry, my cat is messing. Okay, stop, Ramona. Anyway, when I was 10, I was having tantrums, but they were just shoved off as, oh, you're finally hitting your terrible twos. The tantrums were actually anxiety attacks, and we didn't find this out until last year. Um, During the tantrums, I would just cry uncontrollably. Cry uncontrollably. I would not be able to breathe because I was crying so much. I wouldn't be able to calm down. Um, I would cry until I got sick, pretty much. Um, and they progressively got worse and um, kind of more sporadic. It was like I rarely had them between age 10 and 13. 14 is when they started hitting more because I entered high school and I had a lot of stuff happening at my house during the time. But I still had a lot during age 11 to 14 because of my situation here at my house. Um, but one night last year in, I want to say it was April or so, I had a really bad one because of, wait, what class was it because of? I think it was because of history. Because my modern world history teacher sucked. I broke down. I couldn't calm down. My mom was trying to soothe me for once, and nothing was happening. She called my pediatric nurse the next day, and they were like, no, what you described happened to Syl was an anxiety attack, and there's a really good chance that she might have an anxiety disorder. So I started going to a therapist here in my city. Like I said, they sucked. They kept diagnosing me with a bunch of stuff. They kept diagnosing me with a mood disorder, a personality disorder. They kept talking about I had borderline personality disorder for a while. All they confirmed is that, yeah, you have this anxiety disorder. They didn't classify which one. My mom and I just assumed that it was generalized. I self-diagnosed myself, and I have an understanding of how to because I took AP psychology. I'm planning to be a major in psychology. So I figured that if I could do a self-diagnosis, then it would count because I understand how to tell if I have it or not. I do have it under the circumstances. I know for sure of DSM-5 and not. But hopefully it was okay to ramble about this. I'm sorry. I hope you liked the video. So I'll see you next time. Bye!